Hi Ellen, good to see you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Look, first international match abroad for must be over a year now. Just wondering how you're feeling about playing abroad and sort of getting back out there on the pitch with England again.
Yeah, obviously excited to play France, massive caliber of a team, and also just we're following everything COVID wise, and yeah, we feel safe to travel and excited for this match, and then to come back and face Canada as well.
What can we take from these two games, do you think, in terms of a marker of where England are at the moment?
I think the opposition we're facing are pretty much tier one opposition. So, they're fantastic teams. Putting ourselves against the best of the best, really, and seeing, what we've done in training hopefully come to fruition, building on partnerships, relationships, building on the philosophy of Hege and what she wants for this England team. I think we're all excited for these games.
It's been 2 years since, as a group of players, you've been battling to make a squad for a major tournament. Does the vibe feel different at the moment compared to where it has been the last year when you were simply playing matches against each other?
Yeah, obviously, the focus is to be in contention to go to Olympics, which is incredible. So, everyone excited, everyone's doing everything they can, both at their clubs and here, and it's really competitive. But keeping kind of one focus on the Olympics, which is an amazing tournament to be involved in, and everybody's doing everything possible to be in a chance of being in that squad. As it's a very small squad, so it's going to be a very tight selection process.
As a player, Hege won the World Cup, the European Championships, and an Olympic gold medal. What's it like to be playing under someone with that kind of experience?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. She's literally won everything. So I still want to kind of pick her brain, and it's exciting to know, what she achieved in the game, and what she can bring to this England squad as well. So she's a great coach, a great person, and I think she's going to do great things hopefully for us as a squad.
When she was initially announced as England manager, how much about her did you know, and how much did you have to look up?
I probably had to look up more than I knew, to be fair. Don't tell her I said that. But yeah, just everything about her, really. I think it's incredible. She's very kind of humble in the way that she speaks and the way that she acts. But she's got an aura about her that just, she wants excellence. She wants precision. She wants everything to be perfect. And I think that's really important in a manager but she's also really encouraging and wants you to do well, which I think is great. So it's a great balance.
You're one of the few members of the current squad that represented Team GB. You were at London 2012. What are your memories of that tournament like?
Insane. I'll always go back to the Brazil game at Wembley, 70,000 people, Steph scoring the goal. It gives me goosebumps. We talk about that game quite a lot. The experience of being in Olympics is one that you'll never forget. It might be a little bit different, but you can never take away, being an Olympian. So an amazing experience, something I'll never forget.
Thanks, Ellen. Enjoy the game against France.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Could I go next to Anton for Sky Sports News? Thanks.
Hi, Ellen. It's nice to see you.
Hiya.
I'm going to ask you a similar question I asked Hege. In the last hour and a half, Swansea City their players, their backroom staff made a collective decision to come off social media for a while, in retaliation to all the online hate that basically the players are receiving day in, day out. I just want to get your thoughts on that and whether a boycott is something that you'd consider personally or talking about collectively as a group.
I think something needs to be done to support those that have had that abuse. It needs to be a safe place. Those platforms need to make it safer. The government needs to do more. But I fully support and back those that want to do that boycott. And I think it needs something big to happen for change. I fully support those that are making that decision.
Hege says that obviously we're all going to sit down and sort of discuss things with the players going ahead in the Olympics about any kind of social media strategy, where the players are encouraged to come off. As a senior member of the squad. What are your thoughts, and are you going to encourage this kind of dialogue? And what would you suggest to somebody going into a tournament, considering there's going to be so much focus on you, and therefore social media could be such a big part?
Yeah, I think the discussion is important to have with everyone. From the World Cup in 2019, I came off social media. I didn't want a distraction. I didn't want anything to kind of take my focus off playing football and doing my job, and mentally to be completely focused on football. So that was my personal decision. But I think it's important that everyone is able to make their own decision, but having communication with everyone. And I think it's important for everyone to make their own decision, but know about it as well.
Also want to ask you about what's been going on at your former club, Birmingham City. We've seen the players' concerns raised, and we've seen the reaction from players across the WSL. I just want to get your thoughts on the current situation, Besan.
Well, it's not okay, is it? For a club of Birmingham stature to be playing in the WSL, it's not okay for players to kind of be experiencing what they are. Obviously, I was at Birmingham for a couple of years, and I've got friends that are there. So I think it's important that this isn't okay. It's been brought to the media attention, and something needs to be done, especially with them being, they've been in WSL for pretty much the start. So it's not okay to be happening this time.
Birmingham's an extreme example of obviously facilities and care and these kind of things, but are there still frustrations within the game across all levels that, look, how are we still fighting this fight right now? How is women's football not getting the support and the investment and that it should be getting?
I think, we're always striving for more investment, for more media coverage, for people to really take notice of women's football. I know it is getting bigger and better. But then you hear about things like this at Birmingham, which then kind of brings it back down, which does frustrate everyone, really. So I think it's important that we're striving for greatness and striving for women's football to be in the right place and have the right facilities, the right care for the staff, for the players. And we're still striving for that and pushing for that. And I think that's important that we keep pushing for that. Like I said before, it's not okay. And we need to collectively change something in women's football.
Asking about the game now.
Thanks.
Ellen White scores goals in France. That's what she does, right? I mean, you must be really excited to be going back and, just finally playing for England abroad again.
Yeah, of course. I've said so many times that playing for England, coming and joining up with the squad is always a dream. I'm always so privileged. So to be able to travel to play France, who are a phenomenal team, we're excited, and we can't wait for the match.
Thanks. I know lots of people have got more questions, so I'll let you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anton. Last question before the embargo from Don Smith, please, for englandfootball.org.
Thank you. Hi, Ellen. You've been an England player for 11 years now. I wonder, when you look around, can you see the growth of the national team in that time? I mean, would you be confident to say that the young talent coming through now is better than it's ever been?
11 years makes me feel very old, for one. Thank you for mentioning that. Yes, I look around and I am surrounded in the squad at the moment by immensely talented players that have experienced youth level England tournaments within their clubs, playing in Champions Leagues, winning trophies. The experience that this squad has is phenomenal. So I'm very lucky to be surrounded by such talented players that are really mature as well, and love playing for England and are passionate to play for England. So it's an exciting time for English football.
Yeah, and just on what you can offer, obviously a hat-trick in your last England game, how keen are you to pick up where you left off and carry on the goal-scoring form?
Yeah, obviously, my job essentially is to score goals, and it's what I love to do. But at the same time, I love playing for England, and do whatever I can to help the team win and achieve the goals that we want to achieve, really. So for me, it's all about the team winning, the team doing well, and being able to do whatever I can to help that team do that. So I'm excited for the games coming up and excited for anything that I can do to contribute to the team doing well.
Best of luck, Ellen, and sorry for making you feel old.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you, Dom. We need to move now into the embargo